All right, so challenge time. And for this challenge, I have to create a class. So first take, so let's just go over this together and see if we can get an answer. So do this. So a school's film club wants to store details of the films it has studied so far this year. Create a new class to do this. We want to store the following data about each film: ID, title, director, release year, and genres. Let's just start with that. So as we know, our class is kind of like the constructor function. And so that means it's kind of written in the same syntax. There's a few differences, like we don't use this symbol after, but for the most part, it's pretty similar. So the syntax, instead of function with the capital F, it's class with the capital F. And the place where we would put all of these parameters, ID, title, director, release year, and genres, are inside of the constructor. So the constructor is literally, it just works like the constructor function. So now we can pass our ID, our title, our director, our release year, and our genres, which I think is going to be an array. I'm not entirely sure yet. And then we can just grab this from the film that it's created in, and then we can say ID equals ID. And these little statements here, I forgot what the name of them were. I'll have to check. Director equals director, release year, say this dot release year equals release year, and then this dot genres equals an empty array. Shoot, come on. Oh no, just genres. Okay, so these statements here, I need to find the name of them real quick. I know they're here. Instance properties. So these are all instance properties, and we're basically grabbing the value of the constructor's ID from the argument that's going to be passed to our constructor. So let's go on to number 2. So create new methods on the class. One for adding multiple genres to the film, add genre, and to get the title of the film, get title. So what's different about here is that we don't have to reference the prototype of the film to add functions. We can just add them in kind of like how we would add them in objects with the I think it's called like the short function syntax. I really need to find the actual technical terms, but we can do it using the shorthand for adding functions inside of objects. So we can say add genre, and then add the function and open it. And then for the parameter, we want to say genre. And we want to basically grab the genres array. So we can say this dot genres. So we're grabbing the this dot genres from the global scope, which is everything inside of the film. And then we're going to equal it to a new array, and we're going to spread this dot genres. And the spread is basically going to make sure that this new array is just one array, and that each element does not have its own nested array. And then for the genre argument, we have to pass it through here as genre. So now what this is going to do, it's going to grab this dot genres, and then it's going to make it into a new array, and it's going to clone the genre, and then it's going to move any elements that's in the genres. So if we say mysterious, this will be moved into the new array, and then we're going to be able to add a genre with the argument provided to that method. So you wanted 2 methods, so we can say get film title, and this is really easy. All we have to do is say in object literals, we can just return, and then we can return a statement called this dot title is the name of the film So those are both of the methods. And now he wants to initiate a new instance of the class using data from your favorite film and add at least one genre to your film using add genre and get the title using film title. So to create an instance or to insinuate the film, we can just call a new film. So let's say film one, started a little there. So film one equals a new film. And inside of this new film, we need the ID. So that's our first film. So we'll say one. And a good movie. What is a good movie? I haven't watched a good movie in a while. Let's just say Wakanda Forever. Okay. So the director, I have no idea who the director of Wakanda Forever is. So we're just gonna say John Doe. We're gonna say John Doe directed the film. So the release year, this is 2022. And then for the genres, we don't have to put anything because it already has its default parameter if we don't provide it. So we just created an instance of the film class. So this is going to be an object called film1. And if we log it out, we can see that we have an instance, or that we insinuated an object called film1 that is from our original film class. So we got the ID of one, title Wakanda Forever, director John Doe, release year 2022, and the genres is mysterious. So now if we want to add a genre to film one, we can just say film one, and we can use the dot notation, and we can say add genre, and then we can say it was emotional, because that film was very emotional. So all we did here was access the instance of the original film, and then we did the dot notation, and we referenced the add genre function or method, and inside of the argument we pushed emotional, which is basically going to replace the genre here, and it's going to take the array that's already created, so this array right here, and it's going to add another element after it of emotional. So if we console.log film1, we'll see that we'll get mysterious and emotional. So the third thing he wanted us to do was to get the title using film.title. So this is going to be pretty easy as well. We can just say console.log, and then we can grab film1, of course, and then we can say get film title. And once we do that, Wakanda Forever is the name of the film. And I think that's it for all of the challenges. I guess one thing to remember is your constructors. Always remember how to reference your methods, and then try to go back and learn some of the keywords, because those words are important to understand. You need to understand the prototypes. You need to understand, just go back and look at all the keywords. But I think that's it for this challenge.